Oh, well, good morning. Oh, we got sparrows in front of me already. All right, let me make this intro quick. My name is Joseph Samieri Jr. I'm a young birder from over in New Jersey at the moment. Oh, white-throated sparrow just flew in. Hello, gorgeous. That's what that call note was. The loud. I'm going birding at Kirkwood Lake this morning. The sun is fading in and out. Was it April 9th now? There was some migration pushing last night. Oh, murder warbler. You can hear it. Yeah, that check note. Figured I'd go birding. I checked the rare bird alerts. There's nothing really cool. There's a prothonotary warbler in Atlantic County. But seeing that compelled me to go out. Stop making excuses. Stop sitting around. Go birding. It's what I love. It's who I am. Having cameras, having cameras in my hand makes me feel like me. And seeing the birds makes me feel even more like me. So, figured go birding. Why not? It's about 45 degrees out, I think. That was a downy woodpecker. And that was a helicopter coming over. But we'll see. Kirkwood Lake, New Jersey. April 9th, 2022. Moved very far? There's that Downy Woodpecker again. From where I just was. But I'm surrounded by the songs of white-throated sparrows. And to me, that's spring. Early spring is the song of white-throated sparrows as they plaintively whistle away. Usually it's on wet mornings. It's what I associate it with. Or nice spring mornings that white-breasted nuthatch, that the birds are out and about in. And that's one of these mornings. It feels like a great morning to go birding. So my soul, my heart is tugging at me to go do. So I'm gonna do it. It's also 9 a.m., so a bit of a late start, but as long as there are birds to see, I'll be happy. Trail for the first section of this hike. It's usually I get northern water thrush and common yellowthroat back here. There's a soul spring peeper peeping, but we'll see what's back here. It's usually pretty wet. It's a little early, but we'll see. There was a northern cardinal hopping around on the trail, and my heart soared. I was like, water thrush, because it was flopping around a bit more. But it was a female northern cardinal. I'm not upset by it. It is what it is. But I don't have my Sigma lens today, so it's in for repairs. So that means I'm using the good old 75 to 300 millimeter. Not my preferred lens, but it'll do. Usually the photos this time aren't gonna be that great, but it could be worse. So I'm gonna see what's back in here, and maybe we'll see something really cool. Maybe we'll just enjoy the birds, preferably the second one, if not the first one. They'll keep singing. I'm right across from several white-throated sparrows. Just listen. They sing it far better than I do. Those high-pitched tisp notes and all are all right in here, directly from me in this brush area. I presume there's a chipping sparrow doing that rapid rapid song. It sounded almost like an insect that just went off. I just saw a song sparrow fly across. Thought I'd heard one singing in here too, which is nice. Both species of crow flew over. Had a turkey vulture fly over too. 19 species already. It's been 15 minutes. I mean, it's gonna change naturally, but not that species counts matter. So I'm trying to make it matter less to me, but it's still fun to have a pretty high checklist count. I'm just soaking in this beautiful spring morning. Pine warbler. My favorite warbler species, I swear. I wonder if I'll get some looks at him today. I'll give it a shot. Without scaring all the sparrows. That's a junco up there. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'm standing here watching some turkey vultures fly over. And then I was thinking, I haven't heard any blue-gray gnatcatchers yet today. I know they're around. People have been reporting them on the New Jersey listserv. And then next thing I hear that plaintive, not plaintive. It's a wheezy call. I don't know if it's coming from over there. I don't know if you can hear it. It goes, and they're incredibly tiny birds. One of my favorite spring migrants. They have a habit of nesting when all the other warblers start coming through. So I'll see the migrants would be here, the nesting birds would be here, and then the warblers would be coming through. I wonder what came through last night. Me and one of my friends, did a NNFC, which is a night flight call, which means we went out. Okay, Blue Jay, I know you're there. I heard you imitate Red Shoulder Hawk. Oh, there's another flicker. Oh, I just wish he was in my background. I've been tuning out all the normal birds and listening for strange calls and said, what? Goldfinch. Okay. But yeah, night flight calls. Migrants when they fly, they use contact notes to keep in contact with each other. Call notes, essentially. And if you put a phone in a bucket or other such recording devices, you can capture that, and you can even hear them as they fly over, which is the coolest thing in the world. Me and my friend heard a few last night. The phone that we were using to record turned off after 30 minutes, so I don't know if we got anything. But then I put my phone out after I got home around 11 o'clock. So there should be some things in there. According to Birdcast, the live migration part of Birdcast website, they didn't stop flying through New Jersey until about 1:45, 2 a.m. So it's a chance I got something. So I'll have to go through that recording later. But I really want to know what flies over at night around here. Like, odds are I get some first county records of something. So we'll see. We shall see. In the meantime, I'm gonna head off in that direction, back along the trail. I feel like I've exhausted this particular spot for the birds here, but with my luck, there's a water thrush hiding somewhere. I haven't heard any of its smack notes. They have a habit of making smack. Okay, that's a dark-eyed junco. Of making smack notes go. Those are all notes that don't make any sense. It's a smack note, like the Cardinals, but more smack, less chip. So we'll see if I can't hear any. This is normally where they're at. It is still a bit early for them, but we'll see. We shall see. Well, the blue-gray gnatcatcher was a highlight. If I don't see anything else today, I'll be happy. Let's see what else shows up then, shall we? Trail a little ways. Found a whole bunch of the white-throated sparrows. You can see it's perfect. You can hear them too. Don't mind the airplane. He likes to interrupt. That's about 20 white-throated sparrows today. It's hard to count all of them when they move around so much. There's also a hermit thrush in there. I heard a smack note, and I was like, is that a cardinal? Can't even see the airplane. Can't even mock him. I hate how they interrupt. Such rude metal creatures. But they're so beautiful. I could just sit and listen to them all day. There's an American robin singing over here in the Forbidden Zone. Usually there are some eastern bluebirds here. Not usually. This is where they like to hang out. So Blue Jay finally calling its J call instead of its imitation or single note calls, which I appreciate. I wonder what today's gonna bring. Honestly, it's been fun. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I mean, isn't that what birding's all about in the first place? Going out, enjoying yourself, being in nature. Granted, walking around with a phone and talking to the phone can be distracting sometimes, but I enjoy sharing what I love. So I put up with it. Hey, it's not like anyone's forced me to do it anyway. Regardless, there's Blue Jay up above, ahead, above. Two very different definitions. We'll see what we can see today. There's a hairy woodpecker over there. Listen. There, that loud pick smack sound. That is a hairy woodpecker. They sound similar to downies, so it can be hard to tell them apart. There are times I'm just like, what is that? Is that what I think it is? Is it? There's a bunch of starlings on the roof of that building over there. Okay. I do not like starlings. Invasive dudes from Europe. Which it's funny that house sparrows and European starlings are both declining in Europe, but they're here. People don't like them here. So why don't we just capture them all and ship them back? Be hard work, probably not worth it, but why not? I just answered the why not. So why am I saying why not again? Oh, look at that! The low bush blueberry starting to grow. The first sign of green other than American hollies and pitch pine, which are all the pines around me. So, spring is coming. April 9th. The first access point at the lake where you can get to the water. Some mallards, some Canada geese, some common grackles. It's about time when they start coming in to start breeding soon. Palm warbler. You can hear it smack noting over there in that direction. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's a bit better. Blue-gray gnatcatcher. That makes 2 birds for the year that I haven't had yet, which is really cool. There's a mockingbird singing too. Sounds like there's some house sparrows. There's an American robin beautifully singing. I don't know if these migrants were here already or if they came in last night. I don't really have a way of knowing because I haven't been to Kirkwood Lake in about a month. So I'm absolutely lazy. But I did get a lifer last night. Wilson snipe before we started the NFCs. I don't know if you can hear the grackles, but they're making a fuss over there. We were over at Blueberry Hill Park. We'd just been talking about what if Wilson snipe showed up here. And my friend was like, yeah, but there's not enough here yet. The grass, it's not wet enough. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a possibility. The downside being the lake, the wind gets in the way. But then as we were leaving Blueberry Hill, it was just about fully dark. Maybe about 30 minutes to full dark. We hear this weird, scratchy call note. My friend goes, look, Wilson snipe! Because we thought I was listening to bird calls at the moment, so we thought it was me. We looked at each other like, no, it's not me. And lo and behold, there's a Wilson snipe. Always fun to see birds you don't expect. It's what makes birding so alluring. It's why you go do it. But then also, I just love seeing birds. So, gonna continue this adventure. Downy woodpecker. See what else shows up. There's incoming. You can hear them in the background. There's 2 of them. I was wondering if we would hear any today. I heard one last night at around 11:15, so I was getting ready to go to bed. Some blue jays down here, American crows. Killdeer deer fascinate me because I love them. But then also, I don't. When I see them, I'm sickened sometimes because they're so common. But then when I hear them at Kirkwood Lake, I'm excited. And it's still a weird feeling. It's not like, oh, it's such a cool bird, but it's like that bird's pretty cool. I'm glad it's here. But also, how do I describe a sickening feeling when you describe a bird? It's not like they're like starlings or something. Starlings, when I hear them, I'm reminded of urban areas, cities. Same with house sparrows. Killdeer, I think I'm reminded of, I guess they're the only bird I consider trash birds. Birds that are so common that when you hear them, it's nice to see, but not super exciting. Canada geese and mallards are the same way. I'm reminded of suburban parks because that's what they like to hang out and they go anywhere they can. There's another red-bellied woodpecker over to my left. Something's just sang and I'm not sure. I know what it was, but it's not hitting, not clicking, rather. Now the geese are mad. House finch. That's what that is. Good old house finch. Not warbling vireo, it's too early for them. Belted kingfishers down here too. There's somebody kayaking. Okay, I see how it is. Right in this little grove here. Because I heard some myrtle warblers and I saw some Carolina wrens. Thought maybe they'd come out and say hi. Immediately a ruby crowned kinglet came shining in. That's a tree right there. A small bush right there. It's came landed within, I guess that's 6 feet of me. Beautiful shots. Not like completely crisp and clear. Well, they are crisp and clear, but they lack there's stuff that goes in front of them, I should say. There's 2 Carolina wrens right there, 2 myrtle warblers or yellow-rumped warblers. Myrtle warblers, the subspecies. I have it referring to them as that. We have 2 white-throated sparrows. In here, a Carolina chickadee. I don't know where that phoebe went. I also don't know where any mourning doves are. I haven't heard one. But the ruby crowned kinglet surprised me. I didn't hear it at all. Just came flying in. I love them so much. Tiny and I cannot wait to show you guys the photos. At least put the photos in the video so you can see what I'm talking about. This lens, I keep forgetting this lens, the 75 to 300 millimeter, can be good at extreme close ranges, between 10 and 5 feet. Hence why I upgraded the Sigma so I could have that extra focal length with the good image quality. But when the birds are 5 feet away, this lens can perform well. It's not top of the line, but it can perform well. Forgot about that. Thank you, God, for giving me that reminder. And I just heard a mourning dove oohing. Cuckooing. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ruby crowned kinglet's right there in front of me. I don't know if you can see it, but it's foraging around those bushes right there. Coming a little bit closer every time. There it is. Look at that. Beautiful little bird. For a minute, see where the lake falls off and heads down a stream. This is the head of the lake, essentially, where the parking lot is that most people come to and launch from. It's also got a little grove of trees that I've found hold surprising secrets sometimes, like eastern phoebes or yellow-rumped warblers. It's not much to look at. It's right next to the Patco train station, which is to my left, hence the wall. And it smells foul. I wouldn't want to fall down there. But sometimes there are things here that normally wouldn't be because it's right on the edge. Like I had a Savannah sparrow down here one time. They don't normally come into areas like this. So I always like to, if I'm down here, I always like to check it out and see what's here. I also tend to avoid walking down here just because it's almost always a waste of time. But then there are times it isn't. So I go anyway. But this path here is a wee bit treacherous, but navigatable. People fish here, or did, I don't know if they still do. But there's also mallards and probably other ducks out on the lake, as if they'd come out from hiding after I'd walked by. Quite irritating if you ask me. But we'll see if I can identify them as I head back. There's one other section of the lake I gotta check out today too. Let's see if anything shows up. I doubt it, but we'll see. The loud waterfall, the headache-inducing waterfall again, Kirkwood Lake. A report, nothing cool showed up. So I did get to see, by nothing cool I mean nothing at all showed up. However, the 3 Canada geese that were down there did chase each other around because it is breeding season. And they are horny. Not just horny, they are also territorial. So, watch them flash around for a bit. Some mallard hiding in some grass over here. The shrubbery at the edge of the lake. Use it for protection and whatnot. But other than that, and that northern red-bellied cooter down there, not much on the side of the lake. I was hoping for like a flyover or something, but unless I missed it, which is possible, nothing came over. So we'll see what's at the other end of the lake, the best part of the lake. Well, so we're going on about 10:45 at the moment. Moving finally towards the other side of the Kirkwood Lake. I guess it's a park. I don't know. Carolina wrens are singing off to my right. Heard another pine warbler up ahead. This area is also pretty piney, so not too surprised. I stopped at a log to do some macro photography. Nothing really great. I think I got 1 or 2 shots I think I can work with. But some cool. I found a wasp. I believe it's a wasp, but also kind of a fuzzy wasp. of the size of my thumb, which is a little over an inch, that had been dead and wrapped up in spider silk. Pine warbler shows me a spider the same size, which means it's a wolf spider more than likely. Did that. I was paranoid I was going to find the wolf spider inside with the wasp. So I'll put it on iNaturalist and see what they say. But, well, it's been a great morning. I don't know if I want to go somewhere else after this or not, but we'll see. We shall see. Also, the low bush blueberries are blooming as well. So, that'll be fun. Downy woodpecker, pine warbler over here, 2 Carolina wrens. We'll see what else shows up. I look forward to it. Oh, and a red-winged blackbird sounded off, which puts me at 39 species on the day. No chipping sparrow yet. They've all turned out to be dark-eyed juncos, which is irritating, but expected given the habitat we're in. So here's to finding more fun, right? And the lake produced, I guess you could say, was a rusty blackbird, beautiful slaty black plumage, beautiful. Red-winged blackbirds, ton of white-throated sparrows down in that little swampy area. Red-bellied woodpeckers calling to my right. Red-winged blackbirds in there. White-throated sparrows down that way. Ah, goldfinch. Two of them. Cool. Hairy woodpecker. This is my favorite area. This has the most diversity. Usually. There's a house sparrow over there. It's always a good spot for warblers down here. I had one here today. Murder warbler. So we'll see what else shows up. Tiny woodpecker above me, right? Nope. Squeaky tree. Alright. What else? Is there anything else here? Oh, crows. Angry crows. None of them are calling though, so who knows what species they are. Of the day. Swamp sparrow. Singing, no less. Only did it twice, but still absolutely beautiful. I forgot that they sound like pine warblers and chipping sparrows, but more musical and slower. One of the red-throated hawks from earlier just flew over. There's some murder warblers around, faintly singing their spring song. A few red-winged blackbirds dripping from the trees. White-breasted nutheads yanking off in the distance. It doesn't sound right, but that's what they sound like. Yank, yank, yanking. Yank, 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 yank. Downy woodpecker hanging out. There's a little log over there with the green mossy stump that I caught some good photos of American robin on. Wish I had my Sigma lens because then it would have my 150 600mm because then it would have been excellent shots. But they were good nonetheless, and there's an airplane interrupting us again. This time I can see it. Insult it. It's sideways. Yes, it does not. Oh wow, the clouds are low. It just soared right through them. I think there's like 5, maybe 6 murder warblers in here. Guess we have to scope them out, see if any of them are like a palm warbler or something like that. Something cooler than a murder warbler. Guess we'll find out, won't we? There was a singular palm warbler in with the murder warblers, making it 5 murder warblers, 1 palm warbler. Red-shouldered hawk, listen to him. Or her. There were 2 out here today. I think I might have had a Cooper's hawk, but I also heard a red-shouldered hawk, and then saw the hawk. So I don't know. That American robin went back down to the ground. Now it's moving back my way. Maybe I'll be able to get some better shots this time. Why? Every time. No airplanes until I freaking start recording. That's irritating. Oh, white-breasted nuthatch. 3 mallards? I think he's right above me. Yeah, he is. I can hear him. Oh, the sun's gonna be in my eyes if I look over there. Oh, I hear you. Oh, he just flew off. Cute little booger. The red-winged blackbirds are chasing the female red-winged blackbirds. How quick. Northern flicker just got really close. You hear that? all-time, one of my favorites. Yeah, there's a red-bellied woodpecker right above me now, too. It's just that calmness here. You can't, it's not great. It's not Alaska. It's not pristine. It doesn't smell as good as it could be. I've been to Pennsylvania. It's got better air quality than down here in Jersey. But it's still nature. It's still peaceful. It's still what I love, right? Just watching that American robin forage through wet leaves is enough to make me happy, satisfied even. Not something that comes easily. I've definitely been a lister at times. Still kind of am. But just sitting and watching birds, it forces you to take a step back from the phone and social media and just force yourself to pay attention to one thing for longer than 30 seconds. It's hard. It's quite hard. But I do so enjoy the feeling that comes from it, the deep satisfaction, the deep sense of peace. Definitely worth doing. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, I don't think. That's what I call truly, truly enjoying nature. I just sat here for like 20 minutes, give or take, photographing an American robin, getting some video. It started a solid 30 feet out and slowly worked its way till it was within, I don't know, 7 feet of me. Were the photos good? Yeah, they're all right. They're all right. I added them in post-processing and come out pretty good. But what I loved most was just watching it. I could see the water droplets flick off its beak as it turned over leaves, and just didn't care. It just walked right on by because I was still. I wasn't rushing around. I wasn't zooming to place. Like I need to find. I need. Yeah, I could have gotten better shots with the Sigma lens, probably. But did I enjoy the experience? Yes. This is, I guess you could say this is therapy. It was very relaxing to just sit here and watch it and video it. And there are three things that I found I realized I really loved. Photography, when I'm actively just relaxing and fully in the moment. Videography, I really love filming, especially birds and wildlife. And then recording, I really love audio recording of bird songs. All three bring me to the same happy place of just peace, and my brain is still, and there's nothing going on except looking at birds. And that is how I know that is what I love. Whether it becomes anything more than a hobby, I have no clue. Only time will tell on that one. I'm loath to move, but it's time. The spell has been broken. Time to see if that fisherman is still down there, because there's a fisherman down at my spot. Get over that social anxiety and see what we can see. And then head back, I guess. It's pretty hungry. It's almost 11:30 now. Leaving Kirkwood Lake, there's farewell, goodbye chip from the myrtle warbler. As I'm turning to leave, I hear the wheezy, buzzy call of the blue-gray gnatcatcher. Throw it into eBird. What do you know? A count of 2 or higher trips the filters, which means they don't expect there to be more than one blue-gray gnatcatcher at a time at one spot. Pretty darn cool if you ask me. Like a fitting end to a fitting day. 40 species all around. The sun has faded in and out. Now the sky, which was mostly clear, is now becoming mostly overcast. I had a wonderful time. So many birds showed up today. Not just so many, but it's just the songs. I could sit and listen to northern flickers all day. Red-bellied woodpeckers are still my favorite woodpecker species. Favorite song, though. Northern flicker, probably. Highlight of the day, though. Blue-gray gnatcatcher was nice. Palm warbler was nice. But honestly, it was sitting and listening to the northern flicker while I was photographing the American robin for 20 minutes that I just entered into a flow state without trying. That was the highlight of my day, because I sat down, I literally was sitting, and just did what I do best, enjoyed nature, and that's what came of it. However the photos come out, we'll find out in post-processing and clearly in the parts of this video. It's beautiful. Nature is amazing. I don't have the words to convey the feeling in my soul when I'm out and I hear birds singing and I see the greenery and I smell the fresh air. I don't have the words. But if you love nature as much as I do, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. That'll bring this video to a close then. As I exit Kirkwood Lake, just a reminder to go out there and enjoy nature or whatever it is that you love doing. Tomorrow's not here. I'm preparing to wrap up. Pretty sure I did wrap up. I did. So I'll put this clip before the other one. But so I'm leaving. Cooper's hawk starts kicking. Makes 41 species today. Unless, of course, it's the yellow-bellied sapsucker, which means I'm overthinking it. Or it's a damn blue jay. Now that is a fitting end to a birding adventure. The blue jay outsmarts the birder. No surprise there. Here we go. Okay. Well, Cooper's hawk it may not have been. Yellow-bellied sapsucker it is. Species number 41, yellow-bellied sapsucker. And not the blue jay, because the blue jay was making this weird call at the same time as the sapsucker. Oh, you know, birding is like that. You think you're done, but then you're not as you're leaving. Watch a red-breasted gnat. That's going to show up or something. Birds. Am I right? Back to my house. I do hear chipping sparrow singing. 42 species on the day. Kirkwood Lake. Never know what's out there till you go do it. So do it. It's 43, not 42. That's an oops.